Whoa! I wanted to do a cool spin at the start of my video and my headphones caught onto the chair. Okay, my laptop just fell too. With that awesome introduction, I want to welcome you guys. Oh my god, what is going on? This is awful. I want to welcome you guys to my new show, Green is Not Nick 2. The first one got a little boring. I was posting videos every day, and I'm still going to do that, but it's going to be way better now because I'm rebooting the show. All that stuff before that I did, it was gross. But now, I'm going to reboot it. It's going to be completely new, and it's going to be awesome, and everyone's going to love it. Green is Not Nick 2, or should I call it like Green is Nick : Reloaded or something like that, or Greased Up or something? Well, either way, welcome my greasy little slimy, gross, pungent to my new video. It's right now. You're watching it. Congratulations. You made it this far. Today we're going to be talking about a long discussed topic, but I want to bring it back up because of so many things that are happening, and that is reboots. We all love reboots, right? You've got Batman coming out soon. That's one of them. They're rebooting that. And others too. And that's the whole video. That's all I wanted to say. It's just that I'm going to watch Batman soon. It's going to be great. I got to buy tickets actually. I totally keep forgetting. That's besides the point. That was a bad intro. Anyways, let me reboot my intro, okay? In this day and age, in this society, it's so rare to find original content on the big screen. You know what I'm saying? Original content. Everything we see is reboot after sequel, after Marvel movie, after DC, after Pixar, Disney, just in 2022, we've got remakes of Scream. We got one of Batman coming out. Death on the Nile. I don't know what that is. You've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which you gotta see. Elsie Fisher's in it. She does a great job. Shout out to Elsie Fisher. You guys gotta watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's fun. And she kills it. Then you've got Pinocchio, which we will get back to, guys. I want to talk about Pinocchio. And there's so many more. I mean, it just feels like it is so hard to break through the film scene or whatever you want to call it with something that's original, because even if there's stuff that's original, it's usually derived from something that already exists before. And it seems to be something that's kind of on everyone's minds, but we sort of all let it pass because what are we going to do about it? Tell them to stop? And some of them are good, you know? But it is sad that original stories don't really reach the big screen unless it comes from a huge studio like Pixar, and media attraction doesn't really want to latch on to anything, and neither do big actors. Of course, there is some value to people going back to their past and watching these things that they can relive with new special effects and modern references, new actors, but most of the time it just seems unnecessary, and I think most of us can agree with that. I mean, let's do a couple little Google searches. I look up movies out now near me, and I got The Batman, that's a reboot. Uncharted, that is a video game adaptation. You got Dog, based off of The Animal, not even original. I mean, it got a 76 on Rotten Tomatoes, 90% audience score. So I guess Dog. How can you call a movie Dog in this day and age? Apparently it's good. Death on the Nile, apparently a reboot. Spider-Man No Way Home, that is a reboot, remake, trequel. Jackass Forever, remake. Studio 666 is the one that Foo Fighters is doing. I guess it's original, but it's also like because of the band. Yeah, Sing 2, that one actually is original. Sing 2 is not a reboot. It's called Sing 2. You'll understand. There's this plot point where you're like, whoa, that's why it's called Sing 2. And yeah, you keep going down the line, and most of this stuff is just stuff that already existed before you. West Side Story. You've got the Cinderella movies coming out. You got the Camila Cabello version, and you've also got the Lily James 2015 version. It seems like Disney's the one doing the most of these, even doing the freaking Lion King one. And let me look up what Disney's rebooting. Apparently there's a Percy Jackson reboot happening. I don't know who is asking for it, but it's coming. It's coming soon. You have a Santa Claus series that's gonna happen. I don't know who is asking for that either. National Treasure's coming back. A lot of people were actually asking about that. Josh Peck, I guess, is getting rebooted. I'm not really sure what that's about. Oh, Turner and Hooch. You've got The Monsters at Work, which I'm actually kind of excited for. It looks like it might be fun. You've got that Chippendale movie coming out. And apparently there's an animated show also coming out. Enchanted. You've got a Lion King prequel, Three Men and a Baby, Hocus Pocus, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Beauty and the Beast prequel, Proud Family reboot, Night at the Museum reboot. Why? I didn't even know most of these existed. They're so unashamed of how money hungry they are to like just seep money off of these old original stories that people loved. But we have to talk about the one that really matters, which is Pinocchio. Now, there was a live action Pinocchio that I think already came out with this bizarre CGI.
What's going on with my nose?
What's going on with my nose? And now, apparently, I hope I'm wrong, but apparently there's 3 Pinocchios coming out this year. So you've got a very anticipated Guillermo del Toro stop motion animation Pinocchio, which sounds pretty interesting. That's coming out. It's some passion project he's been working on for a while. So then you have a Robert Zemeckis reboot of Pinocchio, the director who did Back to the Future, Forrest Gump, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, who's done great movies and has done a lot with special effects, but I don't know why they're bringing on 2 different big directors to make Pinocchio movies at the same time. And then finally, the best one is this movie coming out called Pinocchio: A True Story, which is a 3D animated film that's like straight to DVD that comes out on March 22nd, which is a few weeks away. And no one really cared about it until someone saw the trailer and started putting it out there, and it is a bizarre trailer. I mean, we've all seen it, but I gotta go back and watch it. The reason it's gotten so popular is because of the voice acting, but also the voice actor is Pauly Shore. And Tom Kenny is in this too, the guy who not only voiced SpongeBob, but so many other cartoon characters that are like beloved.
What should we name you? Maybe Leonardo. No, he'd grow up to be a turtle who only cares about pizza.
So there's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles joke, which doesn't really make much sense. Like, it's so on the nose that it's not even a joke. It's just a reference to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles not only exist in this universe, but also Leonardo, the name, is the first thing you think of. Not Leonardo da Vinci, not Leonardo DiCaprio, but Leonardo, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, is the most popular Leonardo in the universe.
I don't believe my eyes. Your name will be Pinocchio.
Father, when can I leave to be on my own? I've got the whole world to see.
You are too...
When can I leave to be on my own? Father.
Father, when can I leave to be on my own?
My own.
You are too special, Pinocchio. The world is full of people who could harm you.
So what do you mean people that can harm you? He's a wooden boy. He's just a wooden boy. He's not even Pinocchio. There's no plot line with his nose getting longer, and he's not a puppet either. He's just a wooden guy.
Left it!
Are you made of wood? You will become a star, my boy.
He's made of wood!
Ladies and gentlemen.
And also, the animation is just atrocious. It looks so bad. There's this part in this that is so, like, they love to cut up the voice and get the specific words so they can get what they want to be said in the trailer. And it's so awkward. Like, you can tell they're just taking little bits and pieces of what they're saying and putting it together like they do in reality shows. And it is bizarre. And I'm like, why could you not just get Pauly Shore to come in the studio again and record that line if that's the line you wanted? Okay, listen to this whole line.
Great adventures away!
Take the adventure.
I did want to see the world, but I realized she is the most beautiful thing the world has to offer.
She is the most beautiful thing that the world has to offer. It's like that was 6 different scenes they cut together. Just have him record it again. And you could even get it better than you had it before. So that's Pinocchio. And sure, there are a lot of reboots that are going to generally have good feedback. I mean, I'm sure the Guillermo del Toro one's going to do well. That Bel Air show kind of had me cracking up at first because I was like, this is so dramatic. And it is like, why could this not just be told as a normal story? Why do you have to tell this through the lens of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air story? But it still was made, and apparently it's doing well. But when I watched the trailer, I was just like, I don't know why you can't just tell a story as a story and why you have to always... I mean, the answer is money. Like, it's going to sell more as a Bel Air reboot than like a reboot where it's just some random story they're telling for the first time. So, you know, there's obviously a back and forth to this argument. You have the side of, well, there are some of these movies that are good. You know, I like the new Spider-Man. I'm sure I'm going to like the new Batman. Pixar's putting out that new Buzz Lightyear movie that I'm sure will be fun because they usually don't miss on that kind of stuff. But the other side of it is that, you know, 90% of these didn't need to be created and they don't need to be made. And we should probably try focusing on making new stories because that's what art is about. And although I think that having derivatives of art is part of what art is, and it's always going to be inspired by something, no matter how original a story is, there's always inspiration that will be derived from other places. That's what art is about. That's why I'm able to make videos that I make, is because I'm usually talking about other things, and that is a video in itself, you know, and the same can be said about art with, you know, using other inspiration to be creating your own thing. But how far is it going to go where our stories just end up being these weird, hazy recreations of stuff that we used to love when we were kids? Obviously, this argument's been talked about a million times, but I thought I'd give my input on it and maybe, you know, look at some other funny little things that are being talked about. The thing I wanted to also look at was the new Fairly OddParents reboot. It's called Fairly Odder. Not a great name, but you know, I'll let it sit for a second and we'll see. As you know, Butch Hartman is the creator of Fairly OddParents and the one who does the art, and he's not a good person. He's pretty bad. He steals art and kind of tries to scam his fan base and has been really awful about being associated with this stuff in general. And I love Fairly OddParents and I love Danny Phantom and a lot of the shows he's done, but he's kind of not a good person and doesn't really do anything good for the art community. So I don't really want to see his shows rebooted, but let's see what the trailer has to show us.
Cosmo, I wish we could show our new trailer. Have you got it up, my dad? Ain't she a beaut? Not that trailer. I knew that.
Dad, no, I have trouble meeting new
They don't have to make this live action. They don't. They really don't.
people.
It's just my new wife Rachel and her son Roy who...
Okay, why does this look like a parody? There's this weird, they're using that weird like Nickelodeon look of the new sitcom type thing. They did the same thing with iCarly, but it looks weird when it's all these like characters that are also cartoony. I don't know. I won't judge. Let's keep watching.
you've never met before.
New sister, let's go!
New sister, let's go. So there's a new wife. We've got the husband and wife situation with the stepbrother and sister.
I want you to meet the two.
And then it cuts to this, a guy who is wearing a pink and orange Princeton long sleeve shirt, and he's got a chain on, and then a just blank pink hat that also is a different hue than the t-shirt. It seems also a little more neon, a little more saturated. I also don't know who this guy is.
Best things that's ever happened to me.
Oh, this is bizarre. How is this real? Is this actually real? This just came out a week ago. They don't even make them look like they're in the world. They're just actual 2D animations just on the screen. They don't even give them depth. They don't even put shadows anywhere. He doesn't even look like he's looking at them.
What are those?
Weird.
And why does he look like that? How does he look?
Your fairy godparents.
Let's go?
Where did that kid come from? Let's go?
Could possibly go wrong? I wish that my dad...
So where did Timmy come from? And also why? Like they didn't even get the masking right with the 2D animation right here. You can tell they just like hand masked it. Like, oh, it's just like feathered through his arm. It's so bad.
I wish I were taller.
Got it.
Ooh, not what I was hoping for.
None of what they do has like any budget to it. It's just them in a house and then they animate everything. Like even the tall thing, like it's obvious they just put her on a ladder. They didn't do anything to make her look longer.
One quick montage coming up.
Oh, and they did a remake of the theme song. This is bad.
Wish I had solid gold pants. Yeah. These are amazeball.
These are amaze ball? The comments were turned off because it's YouTube Kids, but those dislikes are speaking volumes. That is crazy. I cannot believe that Timmy Turner looks like that. Like what is going anyways, that is all I have to say today. Thank you for listening to my rant. I think the whole Fairly OddParents discovery was really one to see. I didn't even know that existed, and now I'm kind of sad that I saw it. But hey, that's all I have to say. Let me know your opinions in the comments down below. Watch my other videos if you haven't seen them yet. There's a lot of good stuff in there that a lot of you guys haven't had the chance to see. And hit that subscribe button and all that other good stuff. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.